Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So yesterday we had the Nandotsav. We celebrated Nanda Maharaj's overwhelming festival on occasion of the birth of son, Krishna. We saw that all the cowherd girls, the gopis, young or old, they were so happy that they rushed to have darshan of their beloved, and it is a spontaneous love that from this very beginning moment of his birth they have been expressing till Krishna departs from Vrindavan. Their faces became blooming like lotuses, and they were very, very attractive. So their entire body, limbs and everything became so much describable that Sukadeva Goswami takes interest in writing. When he says that the ears of the gopis were brilliantly polished jewels, earrings, and from their necks hung metal lockets, their hands were decorated with bangles, their dresses were varied colors, and from their hair flowers fell onto the street like showers. Thus, while going to the house of Nand Maharaj, the gopis, their earrings, breast and garlands moving, were brilliantly beautiful. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, the description of gopis who were going to the house of Maharaj Nanda to welcome Krishna is especially significant. The gopis were not ordinary women, but expansions of Krishna's pleasure potency, as described in Brahma Samhita, Ananda Chinmay Rasat Pratibhavistabhi, Tabhir Evan Nijarupa Kalatayabhi, Goloka Eva Nivasatya Khilatma Bhuto, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Chintamani Prakarasatma Sukalpa Raksha Lakshavratesu, Surabhi Ravi Palayantam, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam, Govindamadi Purusham. In both these verses, the expression of Ananda Chinmaya Rasa by the gopis and the served by hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis who are expansions of gopis is described. Krishna is always worshipped by the gopis wherever he goes. Therefore, Krishna is so vividly described in Srimad Bhagavatam that some of the gopis also took the birth as cowherd girls. They were Srutis, the Vedas. The Vedas can become personified because there is no difference between the Vani and the Vapu. It's Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. Simultaneously oneness and difference. So, you can't distinguish even in the body of Lord Krishna and in his words. You can't make any difference. When you have to accept Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is His Vani that you are accepting. You haven't seen Krishna. It's called the feast for eyes. And he will not come right in front of you in his original two-handed form. At least he will first make you have darshan of 400 Paramatma feature. And that is also an expansion of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, the number 3rd Vishnu. Even Devaki got that vision first. But they were intelligent. So we did not ask you to come here, even though you are your own expansion. We do not need expansion, we need original form. So you can play your original pastimes of Vrindavan. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also described Krishna in this. Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadur Vargena Jakalpita. All the gopis were going to offer Krishna their presentation because gopis are eternal associates of the Lord. Now the gopis were more jubilant because the news of Krishna's appearance in Vrindavan. It means Shrutis never forget whom to worship. As long as they were in the Shruti form, alright, then everything which was inked in the, say scripture forms, or Smriti means in the words through here. They were manifested but incognito. But nonetheless, this is the simultaneously oneness and different. But when they become gopis in human-like form, right? Just like Krishna is appearing Manushim Tanum Asritam. So that is human-like form. It is not human form. Human-like form and human form, these are two different things. Only the fools think that, oh, I am one of them. Avajananti mama mudha manushim tanum asritam param bhavam ajananta mama bhuta maheshwaram. Param bhavam ajananta. So, Krishna should be understood only through the pages of Shruti Smriti, to the pages of, to the realization of pure spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and he is giving us in the form of his realization, but it is written down. So these scriptures are no different. And the description here that the gopis were thus become jubilant. Do you think the Shruti Shastra and Smriti Shastra are to be found in Golok Vrindavan? Shruti, Smriti. No, they are for earth living. But because they are transcendental in nature, they are bringing in the divine potency, the internal potency of Lord Krishna. They are not to be counted as one of the ordinary scriptures, which do not expose the Supreme Absolute Truth Personality of Godhead, who is transcendent in nature. But Bhagavatam exposes. So Bhagavatam is describing their appearance. So these are the gopis, and thus they become so much fortunate to enter into Bhauma Vrindavan. Bhauma Vrindavan, Krishna has brought his holy dham to this material world, right? But it never became material. Even though unscrupulous demons and others, those who did not have any access to going, they are forcefully entering, and you can see they are all killed. they all have to be kicked out. So the idea is that that this kind of jubilation and say our mixed jubilation is also very different. We know little bit because we have undertaken devotional service by dint of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, yet kinchit. But so many transcendently realized persons like Sukadeva Goswami, they say he knows little. He knows something, but not everything. Just in order to understand the supreme, the transcendental quality. But in Guru Vrindavan it is said, Krishna does not know what is he going to do next. It is so spontaneous that they do not have previous knowledge, means stored knowledge. They do not have stored knowledge. Krishna starts making an excuse to see how the devotees have to realize. So he is looking into Radharani's love, and there are three questions comes in Krishna's mind. What is that Radha is so much attracted to me? What is in me? I don't know. And when she loves me so much, what does she feel? I want to taste that love. I don't have any taste what Radha tastes in me. First about attraction and second about the love. Nobody exhales Radharani. So when he was thinking like this, then Radharani appears. I know you are thinking of something, but that can be only experienced. I know you are not going to take me. You are planning to go back and roll in the ground of Vrindavan, Raman Reti. So that equivalent, exposure that you want to give to the people of Kali Yuga, and that we gave in Dwapar Yuga. You will have to take my color. You have to, for that taste of the divine love and everything that you are asking, attraction, your sweetness, and you want the taste. All these things will be available to the form of yourself as devotee and not anybody. This is the internal reasons. They should not be exposed to those who are not chanting Hare Krishna. These are the three internal reasons written down by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami for Lord Chaitanya to appear. That Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. So only a devotee is going to fulfill that desire. So Shrutis are becoming devotee, and everybody to serve the Lord with all that heart's desire in different capacities, and 5 major rasas, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. So all these 5 major rasas, now they are squibbling, there is motherhood in Vaikuntha, but it is so shallow, little bit. We do not have much of experience. Some incidental situation is shown in the Shastra. This is the talk of hermeneutics, what they call, how to understand. But in Vaikuntha generally, if devotees from earthly plane by very acute devotional service, tivrena bhakti yogena yajata purusham param, because akamava sarva kamai. If we have all the desires, sarva kamai, or the desire to get liberated, we are supposed to worship the Supreme Absolute Truth, Personality of Godhead, with acute devotional service. Tivra bhakti. Tivra bhakti. Tivra bhakti is very austere. So, in Vaikuntha, generally, not exceptionally, generally, only servitorship with awe and reverence is there. But that is Shantapa, meditation. That active service as a servant is there. Dasyaras is there. Shantaras there and Dasyaras there. But the other 3 are very difficult to find. Conjugal ras is little there because Lakshmi is there. When Prithu Maharaj goes back to Godhead, he also want to serve along with Mother Lakshmi. So there might be some motherly affection there, but we do not have any description of it. It may be tingible, some tinges are there. But here we see only pure devotees in their devotional service can rise to the platform of this description. But it is available. And when we chant purely, then the element of love will be exposed to us, not otherwise. So, ta ashisha prayunjaneshwaram pahiti balake haridrachurna tailabhi sinchitya jaganmunjuru. Offering blessings to the newborn child, Krishna, the wives and daughters of the cowherd men said, may you become the king of Raja and long maintain all its inhabitants. They sprinkled a mixture of turmeric powder, oil and water upon the birthless Supreme Lord and offered their prayers. Now that all-pervading, unlimited Lord Krishna, the master of cosmic manifestation, has arrived within the estate of Maharaj Nand, various types of musical instruments resounded to celebrate the great festival. It is said that whenever Krishna comes, once in day of Brahma, he comes to the house of Nanda Maharaj in Vrindavan. Krishna is the master of all creation, Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Therefore, not only in neighborhood of Nanda Maharaj's estate, but all over the universe, and in all the other universes, musical sounds celebrate the auspicious arrival of the Lord. Because once he descends and chooses to play his pastimes, all the living entities will greet him. Right? In whichever universes. They are higher living entities. There are bigger and bigger Brahmas for each and every universe. Our universe, our universal Brahma is only 4 heads. While there are many, many bigger universes, and their Brahma has thousands and hundreds of thousands of heads. So, our estimation may be giving a little drop of taste. But Prabhupada said we are just licking the bottle of honey without opening the lid. We think we are doing devotional service, but we have not come up to the standard of chanting purely. So it is difficult to relish. Our estimation of relish nature is immature. Never try to relish before we become mature. So, Gopas parasparam draštva dadikshira tatambihi asinchinto vilapanto navanitaischa chikshuni. In the gladness, the cowherd men enjoyed the great festival by splashing one another's body with the mixture of curd, condensed milk, butter and water. They threw butter on one another and smeared it on one another's bodies. In America, they throw cakes on the face of, just to make him full. But this is not like that. From this statement, we can understand that 5,000 years ago, not only there was enough milk, butter and curd to eat, drink and cook with, but there was a festival, it would be thrown about without restriction. There was no limit to how extensively milk, butter, curd and other such products were used in human society. Everyone had an ample stock of milk by using it in many varied milk preparations. People would keep good health in natural ways and thus enjoy life in Krishna consciousness. Today we were discussing about the polluted milk and ghee, right? Don't forget, but this is the system of Lord Krishna's, that was ample. 5,000 years back, there was ample. There is no milk in India, they say. Bengal was using 10% synthetic milk. 10%. They took a survey. It opened the eye, and therefore one of the programs is to stop cow killing. Even stop buffalo killing. Even stop goat killing and camel killing. These are the 4 animals that gives milk. Period. So, Nanda Mahamana stebhyo vaso alankara godhanam sutta bhaga mandabhyo yena pena vidyopajivina tasyahi kamay dinatma yathochita apujaya vishnora radhanarthaya swaputra syodhyaya cha. The great-minded Nanda Maharaj gave clothing, ornaments, cows in charity to the cowherd man in order to please Lord Vishnu, and thus he improved the conditions of his own son in all respects. He distributed in charity to the Sutas and the Magadas and the Vandis and men of other professions, according to their educational qualification, and satisfied everyone's desire. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that although it has become fashionable to speak of Daridra Narayan, the words Vishnu Aradhanarthaya do not mean that all the people satisfied by Nanda Maharaj in great ceremony were Vishnus. Those who received the charity, generally they were Brahmanas. So, to please Lord Vishnu, they were given the charity. Not that because, these are poor people, Gandhi called them Daridra Narayan. Narayan cannot be Daridra. It is unrequired charity. So, they were not Daridra, nor were they Narayan. Rather, they were devotees of Narayan, and by their educational qualification, they would satisfy Narayan. Therefore, satisfying them was an indirect way of satisfying Lord Vishnu. Mad Bhakta Pujabhyadikaha. In Bhagavatam 11 Canto 19 chapter 21st verse. The Lord says, worshipping my devotee is better than worshipping me directly. The Varnashram system is entirely meant for Vishnu Aradhana, worship of Lord Vishnu. That Varnashramanu Charvata Purushena Paramapuman Vishnu Aradhyate. That is in Vishnu Puran, 3rd Canto 8, chapter 9th verse. The ultimate goal of life is to please Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. The uncivilized man or materialistic persons, however, does not know this aim of life. Nate vido swarthagatim he Vishnu, that we discussed yesterday, or day before yesterday. So not satisfying Lord Vishnu, but attempting to become happy through material adjustments, bahirarthamanina. It is the wrong way for happiness, because Vishnu is the root of everything. If Vishnu is pleased, everyone is pleased. In particular, one's children and family members become happy in all respects. Nanda Maharaj wanted to see his newborn child happy. That was his purpose. Therefore, he wanted to satisfy Lord Vishnu, and to satisfy Lord Vishnu, it was necessary to satisfy his devotees, such as the learned Brahmanas, Magadas, and Sutas. Thus, in a roundabout way, ultimately it was Lord Vishnu who was to be satisfied. The other wife of Vasudeva is Rohini, and she was taking shelter at Nanda Maharaj's place from the atrocities of Kamsa. Rohini cha Mahabhaga Nanda Gopabhinandita Vyacharad Devyavasa Kantha Bharana Bhushita. The most fortunate Rohini, the mother of Baldev, was honored by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, and thus she also dressed gorgeously and decorated herself with a necklace, a garland, and other ornaments. She was busy wandering here and there to receive the women who were the guests of the festival. Rohini, another wife of Vasudeva, was also kept under care of Nanda Maharaj with her son Baladeva. Because her husband was imprisoned by Kamsa, she was not very happy. But on the occasion of Krishna Janmashtami, Nandotsav, when Nanda Maharaj gave dresses and ornaments to others, she also gave gorgeous garments and ornaments to Rohini, so that she could take part in the festival. Thus, she also was busy receiving the women who were guests. Because also had good fortune in being able to raise Krishna and Balaram together. She is described as Mahabhaga, very fortunate. So we see the arrangement of Lord Krishna in giving everyone a specific location and status in order to that they may utilize in serving his interest, Lord Krishna's interest. So only on the platform of transcendental nature that such exalted devotees are working very cooperatively. In our institution, because we do not know the transcendental nature, cooperation which is essential is not being manifested that seriously. Cooperation is not manifested. But Prabhupada simplified that if you love me, then please try to cooperate. But if you don't love me, then no force. Prabhupada gave the devotees so much love and care. So he was successful in attracting the young generation even at the very end of his life. Otherwise, who cares an old man? Who cares an old man? Nobody cares. Even parents are not being taken care nicely. This is an ideal family. But wherever you go, there is no idealism. In India, it is worst. So, the transcendental plan of Lord Shri Krishna is to be understood, that it is not about Rohini. She is mother of Balaram, but just like Jashoda. Then Krishna trickily put up his potency in his first body or first expansion called Balaram. And there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. But nonetheless, even Balaram was born earlier, and immediately Krishna took place in Devaki's heart, not in the womb. Immediately. As soon as he was. But then Rohini also delivered transcendentally. But it is said it has established from Devaki's Garbha to Rohini's Garbha, transferred by transplantation. But she did not give any other living entity a birth. She was pure devotee, Vasudeva's wife, but she was being sheltered in Nanda Maharaj's place. And she was sent well before. So, Balaram is the first body. Krishna knew everything because he is the origin of everything. So it is by his desire that this arrangement has been already pre-planned. When Krishna's pre-planning is there, you can't put up a question why he did it. That question is absent in Krishna's plan. Nobody can ask. And it's the supreme desire, he can do anything, it is his. And after all, his plan is always become successful, not our plans. Has been ever our plan successful? Other than Krishna's plan, nobody plans is successful. However, a big country is. When somebody thinks, oh, let it be America, the greatest country, but it has so many reverses. And today's president is also not up to the standard. He is completely buffooning himself. Like an embarrassment in the Senate. You know, they are waiting in America every 4 years, the president has to change or continue if he is popular. In India it is 5 years. So, never mind. This is also happening under Krishna's plan. In Krishna's plan, even cancer is becoming so much atrocious. Even after begging forgiveness for his admittedly, cruelty to Devaki's, his own sister's children that he killed, he admitted that I am Narada. Please forgive me. Even a Naradan can beg forgiveness. At least for those moments, he was not perturbed because Vasudeva and Devaki forgave him without any malice or further kept some promise. Rather, he freed them on that moment. So they were also being housed in Mathura. And this was Krishna's plan. But now, to expedite his killing, he is imprisoning them again. That is Krishna's plan. He, Ekale Ishvara Krishna ar sabhi bhratya jahara ichhaye abe tabe na chahe nritya. Only one master is Krishna. Everyone else is subservient to him. And whenever he desires, he will make them dance the way he wants them to dance. It is not. We have what kind of liberty we have. The three modes of material nature makes us dance from time to time, every day. How much are we doing according to Krishna's plans? And how much are we becoming successful in our plan? If we are not able to dance the way we want, and because we are forced to dance by the three modes of material nature, who wins? Who gets the credit? It is Krishna. So, we have to think that everything is for service of Lord Shri Krishna. And there is a natural understanding and love in the Brijvasis. That does not require even going to school or training in. We do not see them taking mala in their hand and chanting. But rather, they never forgot Krishna for a moment. and they always converse. So we have to adopt that system. And Krishna desires that his devotees are always engaged in conversing with each other. Conversing with each other about me. What is that verse? Chitta madgata prana bodhayantascha parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tasyanti cha ramanti cha. Matchitta, they are always thinking of me. Mat chit prana. Actually their life is absorbed in my thoughts only. And bodhayantascha parasparam. There was nothing to talk between them except about Krishna and his paraphernalia and his desires. They think about Krishna. They always address each other in relationship to Krishna. Nityam, forever. And this is their subsistence of existence. Tushyanti, and satisfied, and ramanticha, takes pleasure. Alright? So, Krishna consciousness is the supreme occupation, and no other belief system can come close to the devotional service to Lord Krishna. No other occupation or dharma. That is Savaipunsam Parodharmo. For the whole humanity, the supreme occupation is Yato Bhakti Radokshaje. Yata. The bhakti should be as it is. And that also transcendental Lord. Not to graven imaginary aspect. When in early Testament of Bible it has been there that when Abraham, or in that sense, Jesus Christ came and showed them that he taught and gave the message. And they will say, so yes, still we will worship him. They were so impatient that they make statues and started worshipping without reference of the teachings that Jesus was telling. So when the 10 Commandments were originally written, that was the same situation before, and the Lord said, "Thou shalt not worship graven image before me." Means transcendental worship and the graven image. But graven image was whimsical. It is not about the description of the Vedic literature. So there is a difference. We are not idol worshipper or the graven image worshipper. Prabhupada would resist. We are worshipping the Vigraha. And the word Vigraha in Sanskrit, which is given in Ayurveda, is name of one of the name of our body. Body has several names. Vashma, Tanu, Deha, Sharira, you name it. The word Vigraha is also one of that name. And everything has a meaning. You know, Chiyate iti Deha, Jiryate, Shiryate iti Sharira, like that. So, for the Vigraha, it is said that one that is capable to exchange our sentient feelings and reciprocate. That is Vigraha. So we are not idol worshippers. We need reciprocation in the degree of our selfless service to the Vigraha. That is the higher principle, and that aim one has to achieve. It is a very rare opportunity that we are given opportunity to serve the Vigrahas in the temple. But this is the ultimate of all. Otherwise it is insufficient and very, very speculative that our service does not reach to Krishna. That's the way it is. So, the Shruti personified, they became Gopi because for that reciprocation. Even Shrutis become personified. What does it mean? First, it is the transcendental energy and manifestation of the energy in the form. Right? And this is their nature. Gopi is the nature. Therefore, in connection for our understanding, the senses are go. Our senses are also called gopi or go. But the go means cow. Why Krishna is fond of tending the cows? Because he is not only the master of cows, but the cows in our senses. Go, Indriya. Rishik is another word. Indriya. When we engage our senses in the master of the senses service, Rishik and Rishikesh, then it is called bhakti. Sarvapadir vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesham sevanam bhakti ruchyate. So, it is very meaningful that we should arrive on the platform of transcendence to understand this reciprocation of Lord Krishna and manifestation of so many of his internal potency, the transcendental potency in the form of Shrutis to the gopis. Right. So, and we see simultaneously that forget the transcendental understanding, but here Gopan Goluk Rakshayam Nirupya Matharam Gata Nanda Kansasya Vashikyam Karandatu Kurubrudha. Sukadeva Goswami continued, thereafter, my dear King Parikshit, O best protector of the Kuru dynasty, Nanda Maharaj appointed the local cowherd men to protect Gokula and then went to Mathura to pay the yearly taxes to Kansa. So, because the killing of babies were going on and had already become known, Nanda Maharaj was very much afraid for his newborn child, Thus he appointed the local cowherd men to protect his home and child. He wanted to go immediately to Mathura and pay the taxes due and also to offer some presentation for the sake of his newborn son. He is so much naive. Who is going to give this gift to? He goes to pay the tax to Kamsa, and he is taking some gift for Kamsa on the occasion of being became father. But somehow or another, for the protection, he had worshipped various demigods and forefathers and given charity to everyone's satisfaction. Similarly, Nanda Maharaj wanted not only to pay Kamsa the yearly taxes, but also to offer some presentation so that Kamsa would be satisfied. His only concern was how to protect his transcendental child Krishna. Devotees do not have malice. They know that killing of this baby is born within 10 days' time is going on. And he is thinking to give presentation to Kamsa on the occasion of his newborn child Krishna. Vasudeva upasvuttiram bhataram nandamagatam gyatva dattakaram ragye yayo tadamochvana. When Vasudeva heard that Nanda Maharaj, his very dear friend and brother, has come to Mathura and already paid the taxes to Kamsa, he went to Nanda Maharaj's residence. Srila Prabhupada says, Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj were so intimately connected that they lived like brothers. Furthermore, it is learned from the notes of Sripad Madhvacharya that Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj were step-brothers. Vasudeva's father Sursena married a Vaishya girl, and from her Nanda Maharaj was born. Later, Nanda Maharaj himself married a Vaishya girl, Yashoda. Therefore, his family is celebrated as a Vaishya family, and Krishna, identifying himself as the son, took charge of the Vaishya activities, Krishi Gauraksha Vanijyam. Balaram represents plowing the land for agriculture and therefore always carries in his hand a plow, whereas Krishna tends cows and therefore carries a flute in his hand. And thus the two brothers represent Krishi Gauraksha. So, this meeting of Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj is a very loving exchange, very rare to see. When Nanda Maharaj heard that Vasudeva had come, he was very overwhelmed with love and affection, being as pleased as his body and had regained its life. Seeing Vasudeva suddenly present, he got up and embraced him with both arms. Nanda Maharaj was older than Vasudeva. Therefore, Nanda Maharaj embraced him and Vasudeva offered him namaskar. Bowing down. O Maharaj Parikshit, having thus been received and welcomed by Nanda Maharaj with honor, Vasudeva sat down very peacefully and inquired about his own two sons because of intense love for them. Nanda Maharaj doesn't know that these are his sons. Drishtya bhrata pravasaya idanimasya prajasyate prajashaya nivrittasya prajayat samapadyata. My dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age you had no son at all and were hopeless of having one. Therefore that you now have a son is a sign of great fortune. How Vasudeva is addressing. At an advanced age, one generally cannot beget a male child. If by chance one gets to beget a child at this age, the child is generally female. Thus, Vasudeva indirectly asked Nanda Maharaj whether he had actually begotten a male child or a female child. Where he had actually knew that Yashoda has given birth to a female child, whom he had stolen and replaced with a male child. This was a great mystery, and Vasudeva wanted to determine whether this mystery was already known to Nanda Maharaj or not. On inquiring, however, he was confident that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his being placed in the care of Yashoda was still hidden. There was no danger, since Kansa at least could not learn that he had what has already happened. It is also by good fortune that I am seeing you. Having obtained this opportunity, I feel as if I have taken birth again. Say, glorification. Even though one is present in this world to meet with intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult. Vasudeva had been imprisoned by Kansa, and therefore, although present in Mathura, he was unable to see Nanda Maharaj for many years. Therefore, even when they met again, Vasudeva considered this meeting to be like another birth. So, they talk about Vasudeva and Nanda. I said, Nanda uvacha ahote devaki putraha kansena bhavohata ekavishtar varjana kanya sapi divam gata. Let's see. During this conversation, Vasudeva exposes one fact, that my son Baldev, being raised by you and your wife Yashoda Devi, considers you his father and mother. Is he living very peacefully in your home with his real mother Rohini? Because this was a pre-arrangement. So Vasudeva sent Rohini to Nanda's home. So that was not the secret. Secret was only Krishna. So when he says, when one's friend and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development and self-gratification, as described in the Vedic literature, are beneficial. Otherwise, if one's friend and relatives are in distress, these three cannot offer any happiness. So Nanda Maharaj is responding to him. Nanda Maharaj said, alas, King Kansa killed so many of your children born of Devaki, and your one daughter, the youngest child of all, entered the heavenly planets. When Vasudeva understood from Nanda Maharaj that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his having been exchanged with Yashoda's daughter was yet undisclosed. He was happy that things were going on nicely by saying that Vasudev's daughter, his youngest child, had gone to the heavenly planets. Nanda Maharaj indicated that he did not know that this daughter was born of Yashoda and that Vasudeva had exchanged her with Krishna. Thus the doubts of Vasudeva were dispelled. Vasudeva was thinking, if Nanda Maharaj knows, then the safety of Krishna will not be there. That's why they were happy. Because Vasudeva was staying at councils, and Nanda Maharaj has brought some gift to give to council. So in this way, every man is certainly controlled by the destiny which determines the result of one's fruitive activities. In other words, one has a son or a daughter because of unseen destiny, and when the son or daughter is no longer present, this also due to unseen destiny. Destiny is the ultimate controller for everyone. One who knows this never gets bewildered. Yeah. So in this way, Sri Vasudeva is responding that Nanda Maharaj, now my dear brother, since you have paid the annual taxes to Kamsa and have also seen me, do not stay in this place for many days. It is better to return to Gokula, since I know that there may be some more disturbances there. So Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Iti nandadayo gopya proktaste shaurina yadyo anobiran angur takes te arunupapya gokulam. Sukadeva Goswami said, after Vasudeva advised Nanda Maharaj in this way, Nanda Maharaj and his associate, the cowherd men, took permission from Vasudeva, yoked their bulls and bullock carts, and started riding for Gokula. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose to the 10th canto of 5th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So anybody has any question in understanding this episode of meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva?
Spontaneous activity of
Your
Krishna.
people are.
Spontaneous activity of Krishna in Golaka Vrindavan is for giving knowledge to, what is that for?
Spontaneous devotional service means raganuga bhakti. Rag, anurag, attachment, detachment. But Krishna is, whether he is happy or not happy, you automatically serve the Lord, saying the mood of the Lord. So you should be intimately connected to go to this stage of Raganuga Bhakti. Spontaneous. Spontaneous means immediate response without, and that is all favorable.
And why there is so much detailed description of all the gopis and jewelries and everything in this?
Yes?
The detailed description of all the gopis.
Yes.
What is the...
If you wear jewelry, you will look beautiful. But for whom?
Krishna.
Krishna. But it is advised that in Kali Yuga, don't wear jewelry. If you want to wear jewelry, it's for the pleasure of your own husband and nothing more than. So you can dress well for his pleasure, not for somebody else's pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Prabhupada.
Appreciate it.